Welcome back to Prime Morning. My name is Asiodwa Akumia, and it's time for Women in Business. Like I always say every single Monday, Women in Business is strictly for youth. Be it whether you're young or old and you want to start a business, this segment is perfect for you because we bring people on it, women precisely, who are doing amazing in the various fields that they find themselves in. And so you can learn a lot from them. Today, as usual, is no exception of nothing but, information and education as well. We are going to be specific about the events industry here in Ghana. And so my guest is an events planner and stylist, but I can't, do justice completely to introducing my guest. And so this video is perfect for that. Do watch this.
Anne Boakye Agyeman, owner, event planner, and designer. Miss Anne Boakye Agyeman, officially called Annie the Planner as her brand name, has worked in the event industry going on 15 years. She is the CEO and creative director of Deluxe Events and Entertainment, an all-in-one event company specializing in wedding planning, event logistics and management, event designing and florals and social events. Annie the Planner is passionate and committed to helping people. She is a connector who loves to bring people together. In and out of her professional life, she is always finding herself in the middle of planning fun and memorable events for the people around her. That's why professional event planning is right up her alley. She has leveraged her experience working with different vendors into creating and coordinating style that is unique. She specializes in personalizing diverse events for each client and handling stressful event situations with grace. Her signature is creative and tasteful designs with incredible attention to detail, unstructured as well as logistical event flow, taking clients' budget into consideration. Clients who choose to work with Annie the Planner appreciate her candor, caring, personality, and sincerity. She is proud to be friends with previous clients. Annie takes greatest satisfaction in seeing everyone happy and is always grateful for the opportunity to make this happen. She also won herself an award and a citation as the Best Female Events Planner of the Year, organized by Outstanding CEOs and Business Summit, which took place at the Accra City Gardens. Also a nominee for 40 Under 40 Ghana 2022 under the Events Planning and Management category. Her goal and aspiration is to become one of the best event planners in the country and to become a top entrepreneur with various businesses.
And there you have it. My guest for today is Annie the Planner. But before we get into the conversation with Annie, just to remind you, the February is almost here. Yes, 14th of February. We have been making a noise about it since last week that Valentine's Day, we want to be magnanimous and benevolent, and so we want to make you excited on Valentine's Day and do something really beautiful for your loved one and want to be a part of that. And so we urge you that if you are married, if you're in a serious relationship, you are happy in your relationship, please take a very beautiful photo of you and your partner. Send it to us on our WhatsApp line. Make sure that you add your name in that of your partner as well. If you don't add the names, you can't qualify to be part of this. And there are amazing packages for you because when we post these pictures on our social media platforms, we are expecting that the pictures will generate a lot of likes and comments because the highest likes and comments would win. Okay, so there you have it on your screen. Most photogenic couple. We have a very special package for you for Valentine's Day. And so we have, spa treatment, get away at a luxurious hotel for the both of you. We also have some hampers for you and a whole lot of goodies as well. And so we'll be waiting for your pictures. A lot of pictures have come in already. A lot. We are still waiting for you. Don't delay. Now let's get into today's conversation on women in business. Like I mentioned earlier, my guest is Annie, the planner, who is an event stylist and planner. Annie, the planner. Yes. How did you come by that name? Well, first off, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
How was your weekend?
Usual, as usual, yes.
Was it busy? Was it busy?
It wasn't busy as it used to be. In December, how planners and stylists are usually busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, beginning of the year events, it's a bit
slow.
yes.
It's a bit slow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, right. Now, Annie the planner. Let me first come to how you came by that name. I'm interested in knowing.
Annie is my name.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm Anne. Mm-hmm. So people affectionately call me Annie. And that passion that I have for myself, like being a passionate planner, I said, okay, it's just the name, Annie the planner, and it hits you right there what I do. So when you say Annie the planner, obviously everybody will know what you're doing.
Right.
So I placed emphasis on that.
So would you say that you do more of planning, or it goes hand in hand when it comes to the planning and the styling?
Yes, it goes hand in hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so when you become an event planner, automatically you should be an event stylist?
Not necessarily so. Yeah, sometimes you could, it depends on what you are planning. Some would prefer you plan just an aspect of it. That is where the styling comes in. Okay. And if you handle everything, it depends on the person. It's myself. I can do both. I do the planning, I do the styling. So usually every event I plan, I do style.
Okay. Yeah. So you decided that, okay, you're doing the planning, but you want to add the styling too.
Exactly.
Just so that you can have both packages.
Yes, and the planning goes beyond just decorating an event. Okay, I started as events plan, like the corporate sector, the social events. So that doesn't necessarily mean you need to style something. For instance, if you had to plan an event like a cooking competition.
Right.
So basically the logistics that comes with it. So you have to be doing both as the planner and the same person, because that's what the planners do. We ensure that the logistics that comes with the event, it's right on point. Yeah.
For the sake of those who want to learn, when it comes to event planning and styling or decor, what is the difference between the both?
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yes, styling and decor, it's virtually the same thing. Putting things together to decorate the place, transforming the place, making sure that you come to an empty room, and then by the time the clients come in, you had put in place everything that you discussed with the clients. You have created that vision that the client is expecting to see that day. So it comes the same styling. It's just the name.
It's just the name.
You could be a designer. Yes, a creative director also sometimes they try to use that.
Let's come
name.
to how you started. Being an event planner, what did you have to invest to get you to be an event planner?
First of all, you have to be very passionate about this job. This job is very demanding. It's time consuming. It takes you away from family and everything. And so if you don't have the passion and you place the money that comes out of it, along the way you might give up. So you need to be very passionate about this job. You need to love it to the core.
Right.
So you shouldn't look at it from different perspective that, okay, I'm going to get money out of it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to charge. So you need to be very passionate about it. You need to be very creative. You need to be very, have a lot of vision, a lot of deep thinking, because putting together someone's events, myself, somebody meets you and you realize that the venue is really, it comes with a lot of work. There's water here, there's this here. So there's a lot of thinking that comes in. You need to also be somebody who has a great communication skills, because you get to meet people, you talk to people, and you should be very influential, because once you're talking to the person, you you should be able to carry yourself very well,
Yeah.
talk to the person with that confidence in whatever you are doing, that, okay, when an event is being given to me, that vision or that dream the person seeks to achieve, you are out there. So basically, apart from you having all these skills or this requisite skills of whatever, like the events, you, along the way, you might choose to do other courses, but everybody can do events planning, everyone can do events decorating or styling as well. But along the way, you need to add, you need to learn more. Yes,
yeah.
exactly. You need to read more. You need to research more. You need to be abreast with the current issues. You need to be somebody who sees something and creates. So you go out there, you see traffic jam, you go out there, you see plants, trees. You should be able to create something out of this. That, okay, I have a
Like
client.
you need to be highly creative.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That creative mindset, it's something that you need to
Okay.
build. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Now, do you need any certification or qualifications, educationally, to make you an events planner?
Yes, along the way, you need to add that. I started without going to any school. I had the talent. I had that gift. So, as I said, as time goes on, you have to abreast yourself with new skills.
Yeah.
So, eventually, I learned events planning and management at GIJ, the certificate course.
okay.
And, so, that's really broadened my mind in the corporate aspects. Because when it comes to wedding, it's different. When it comes to funerals, it's different.
Yes.
When it comes to corporate events, it is different. So once you get that knowledge from any recognized institution, then you know how to position yourself very well. You know how to organize yourself very well. You know how to do your own pricing. Some people don't know how to price. So sometimes you price and you realize that you get stuck along the way.
Yeah.
So these things are things that you need to learn and then get that knowledge to achieve the best.
And the same goes with event styling.
Exactly.
I
You need
see.
to learn a lot of skills. You need to learn. There are different designs that comes up. The way we started doing floral arrangements is different now. Some people
exactly,
would
yeah.
be doing the curtain, but now you decide not to do the curtain. You can still do arrangement with just bunches. So basically, as time goes on, as you're growing, as you have taken this profession to be your own, you need to learn a lot of things to improve on your skills, to get more ideas on everything that is ahead of you, because events is changing, it's changing and it's growing.
Okay. Is there anything like, diverse or different aspects of planning an event? And if so, what are they?
Yes, there are. There are other aspects of it, and every planner choose to specialize some areas. Some planners
Okay.
do only corporate events. Some planners do funerals. I need a planner myself. I do everything.
Okay, I was going to ask you.
Yes, I handle virtually everything.
Any
Funerals,
event at all?
exactly. Whether it's a corporate event, whether it's a corporate luncheon, anything, social events, everything. Yes, I handle everything. So basically, when you can, and then when it comes to the styling, some specialize maybe backdrops, balloons.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
specialize in let's say only the florals. Some specialize in the dance floor. It comes in different aspects, but I do everything. When you come, I do the backdrop, I do the floral arrangements, I do the designing, the event designing. Some specialize in only just the setting or the production of the event. So when the person has an event, you just see a floral, okay, a different person with a floral, different person that comes with a backdrop, a different person, but I don't work like that. I handle everything. So I have workers, or I have a team that handles every aspect of it, and I train them to get that on point. Yeah, definitely.
Now, when we come to event styling, you know that when you have an event, you want it. It depends on how exactly you want it. You can't do away with how the outlook of it, styling it or making it look plush or very nice for your guests and all that. But when it comes to event planning, it looks like a lot of people who are hosting these events, majority of them don't really see the need to have an event planner. They think that they can do it themselves. So what is the importance of an events planner?
Okay. Everybody needs an events planner. It's just like you have a plan to, or you want to build a house. You obviously need an architect. You obviously need a plan. So if you have an event and you don't engage the services of an events planner, then I ask myself, how do you expect the success of that event? So from a layman's point of view, they would say it would cut down cost, or
Yes.
it will help you to be within
Exactly.
your budget.
Exactly.
The event planner would help you to save a lot of time and energy. But it goes beyond that. Events planners, myself, we are more like a friend door. When we say friend door, we are packed with a lot of vendors in our mind. So
Okay.
you get up and you want to do a wedding, you want to do funeral, you don't know where to go for a caretaker, you don't know where to go in for your caterer. You get an events planner and she has everything. It's not only a makeup artist, but serious. I know every makeup artist and hair or his charges. So depending on the budget you give me, I would tell you, and I always say that every budget can plan a wedding or every budget can plan an event. Depending,
Every budget.
exactly, depending on the style, the preferences, and then your capacity, your guest capacity. Okay. If you are planning a wedding or if you're planning an event and your capacity is 50 against somebody who is having 500 guests, you should expect that your budget will go high. So events planners, myself, when you come to me, I try and ask all these questions. What are your preferences? What do you seek to achieve? What is your inspiration? I want a fairy tale. I want to achieve this. And so when you come to me, I take you through all these processes. So virtually we help you to organize yourself. You rearrange which one comes first. You don't start planning for the caterer when you have not even gotten a venue for yourself. So you start from that process. We take you through every process as it should be. I asked you your date. You don't start planning when you don't even have a date. So you should have a date. You should have a location you seek to find your venue. Are you looking at Teshi? Are you looking at Accra? Are you looking at doing it in Nigeria, in Liberia? All these things, an events planner needs to know all these details from you to help you to rearrange this, to achieve a well-planned wedding or a well-planned event. But if you don't have an event planner, you see, you become so stressed, you get a caterer, and you don't know whether the caterer is good with the food and all. But because we have done events, myself, I've done a number of events, I've worked with a lot of vendors, I can tell, okay, this caterer, oh, I think she's a bit slow, this caterer, the food. I can take you through all this. And so I can also take you through the color. If some people are always confused when it comes to colors, then goes like, I want to do blue, I want to do emerald green. I think emerald green is trending. I think pink is trending, but maybe emerald green is not your color. So I asked you, what attracts you? Then you tell me, okay, white attracts me. Okay, fine, we can do an all white. We do a touch of some colors just to give it that beauty. So these things are what event planners take you through. When it comes to the corporate sector, exactly the same thing. What are you trying to, what do you want to achieve at the end of the day? Your sponsors, what the expectations your sponsors should expect from you or should find from you. What is your target? Are you targeting school children? Are you targeting mothers? Are you targeting fathers? Are you targeting the youth? All these things the planner takes you through, and then she comes to the budget. What budget? Okay, listening to you, I think your budget is low. Listening to you, I think your budget, we can work around it. Listening to you, I think you are, or you should estimate something higher, because when I listen to you, you want something more glamorous. And then you tell me your budget is 5,000. How can you do it?
How can you do it?
Exactly.
Right.
So I take you through, but it doesn't mean that with that
it's
minimal, yes, you're going to get just any event.
Yeah.
You're still going to get something unique, something stylish, something extraordinary. So the planner will take you through all these, and then you are able to achieve that vision or that dream you want for your event.
Now, let's come to the business itself.
Exactly.
Is it capital intensive?
Yes, it is. It is.
Can you break it down for us?
First of all, you had to invest in yourself. You had to really brand yourself very well. You had to really put out there. You had to really convince. Eventually, I always had to convince. You had to always get new stuff. You can't be using the old stuff all the time. So sometimes you need to buy things for yourself. You can't be renting all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you think that you use tablecloths all the time, you need to buy tablecloth all the time. So you had to put money in it. If you think you're using flowers all the time, you have to invest. And flowers are very expensive. So you need to buy all these things. You need to get all these things. And the more you put in it, the more you become more creative, the more you can change in different styles, the more you can come with other designs that suit. You can use a particular vase for a number of times, but the way you do the arrangement would make it unique. So every time you are putting in a lot of things, every time I'm buying, every time, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's something that you always want something unique about it. It might be the same setting, but there is something unique that you put, attach, maybe a glass. The glass could be red.
That will just create the difference.
Exactly, that creates that emphasis you want to wow your guests or you wow your clients. So obviously, every time you had to put in something to get the glow, to get the wow factor.
Right.
in it.
Now, looking at what you're saying now, you're buying almost every time. For the sake of someone out there who wants to start, how can that person prepare himself or herself to get into this business?
Okay, so usually my student that I trained or people that I train into the events planning and styling, I always tell them you have to look out for something that you would use in every event. For instance, there are things like tablecloth. Every event, you will need a tablecloth.
Okay.
So you don't start buying things like vases. When a client will look at this vase and go like, no, I don't like this vase. It's a waste of money.
Okay.
So you can also start renting for a while, or you buy parts of these items and then parts you rent them. So you need to know your pricing very well. That I'm pricing. At the end of the day, I should get an item out of it that it would be mine. It's not that you are renting everything, and then once the event is done, everything goes away. There should be something that comes to you. It could be a fabric. And then you don't always buy colors of fabrics and say that, okay, the client is doing blue, so today you buy blue. You buy colors that blends, it cuts across. It's a general thing, like white. Every client would want to do with white. So when you are able to get these items, every time in your pricing, you know that fabric aspect comes to you. That fabric aspect, it's something that you already have white. You can use like 2 or 3 times, and then you decide to change. So you don't you don't venture into events planning every time renting, every time spending money on it. People get.
You should at least own some things for yourself.
Exactly.
An
Something
example
that
is
will cut
tablecloth.
across. Yes.
Will cut across.
Something
and
that will
then
cut
buying
across.
the basic colors.
Basic colors.
Colors that you can easily blend with other colors.
Exactly.
An example is white.
White.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then before you come to buying flowers, and even if you want to buy flowers, you still need to buy white, because you can blend white with everything.
Okay.
Exactly. So the next time you're not going to buy white, and sometimes you need to also take the client through the colors. Some clients will come with like 5 colors. It doesn't mean you have to blend all 5 colors. You choose the white as the basic, and then you choose one color that attracts the client. And then you work around those colors. The client comes with gold and blue and another shade of blue, cobalt. Somebody tells you, I want cockroach brown, I want electric blue. You see, all these colors, you need to have that. That's why I said, as you progress, you need to learn. So you need to learn colors. It's all design, like a fashion designer and everybody. So every time I'm learning colors, every time I had to learn new colors that are coming out, and every time there are new colors. When you look at the color wheel, there are lots of colors. So if you are not abreast with it, so you make sure you show the clients that this is the client. So this is the color. So I always tell clients, okay, let me know the teal that you're talking about. I want to make sure if it's the same teal I have in mind. Don't assume that, okay, teal is teal. Maybe she's talking about turquoise green, or she's talking about turquoise blue, but to her, she thinks it's teal. Okay. So it's best you see the color, and then okay, I think I can tell the color you're talking about, but I think it's closer to turquoise green. So we would work around it. And you're not going to get turquoise green flowers. So you still searching and then you go for turquoise green. And the next client will not use turquoise green.
Yeah.
And then you know you don't do more of funeral, and then you start buying black flowers. Then the black flowers become a waste. So why don't you work around? You can get a napkin. That's one. You can rent it, because a client will come with a very strange color, and no clients will ever use that color again. So these things you can rent. But as I said, the basic ones you have them, and you blend with the colors that attracts the client.
Okay, so viewers, I'm speaking with Annie the Planner. We are talking event styling and planning right here on Women in Business. And so you can get interactive with us on our WhatsApp line. Send in your messages. If you have questions, send them to me. And then Annie is here. She's going to help you understand when it comes to event styling and decor. And so, okay, so let's talk about what GRA has to say before we continue the conversation. And so, the Ghana Revenue Authority wishes to inform the general public, especially persons registered for value-added tax, that the Domestic Tax Revenue Division has commenced the implementation of an electronic invoicing system of VAT, referred to as e-VAT. This involves integrating the invoicing systems of VAT-registered taxpayers to the Commissioner General's invoicing system. So it's very important that you get on board this. The implementation of this system is in phases, and it began on October 1 last year. Taxpayers who do not have an invoicing system will be required to issue invoices using GRA certified invoicing system at no cost. VAT registered taxpayers are to note that refusal to integrate their invoicing systems with the Commissioner General's system attracts sanctions. If you want to get on this, you can contact GRA toll free on 0800 900 110 or via WhatsApp on 055 299 0000. And let me get back to reiterating this, that Valentine is coming. Yes, Valentine's Day is coming. But before I talk about Valentine's Day, Annie, Valentine's, what's happening on Valentine's Day?
Nothing, just spending time with my girls, my daughters. I have daughters, so probably we go out in the evening. Yeah.
In the evening.
Exactly.
Some cool nights out.
Yes, usually Valentine's Day, they write letters to me. So in the
they
morning,
write letters to you?
Exactly. In the morning, they wake up and they tell you, "Mommy, we want to read something to you." So every Val's Day, my girls always write something nice.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Exactly. Sometimes if it falls on a weekday, they write the letters and put under my pillow. So when I get up and then I read.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really beautiful. So, viewers, we want you to celebrate Valentine's Day with us. And so, like I mentioned, we are very magnanimous people, okay? So we want you to have an awesome Valentine's Day. All you have to do is to send a very saucy, and I repeat, saucy picture of you and your partner to our WhatsApp line. It has to be very interesting, because when we post these images on our social media platforms, we want to generate a lot of comments and likes. So if you know that a picture that you're going to send is not going to have a lot of likes and comments, don't send it, okay? We want something that will get people talking and liking. So make sure that you send us pictures of you and your spouse or partner on our WhatsApp line. Don't forget to add your names. It's very important. If you don't add the name, we can't identify you or put you as part of the competition. And so do so. There are amazing packages for you, like a luxurious getaway to a very wonderful hotel here in Accra, spa treatments, we have hampers for you, and a whole lot of others. So make sure that you send in your beautiful pictures of you and your partner. Annie, let's come back to you. Now, the business, okay, looking at how you have to do this, how you have to prepare yourself. That's what you mentioned earlier. Someone who wants to get on the business and then all that. What would you say is or should be the investment level when it comes to events planning and styling?
Investment level?
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to event planning doesn't need a lot of investment. It needs the investments on yourself.
On yourself.
Exactly. You need the confidence, the interpersonal relation, like that kind of communication skills. You should be able to market yourself. So the investments lies basically on yourself. And when the COVID time, we were working from home. So aside that, if you would want to have like a lucrative office or something that clients walk in, and then for myself, I used to have an office around Achimota. So clients walked in and see something, see pictures of those things. But the event styling aspect, that needs a lot of investment. Yes, because there are other areas, the rentals, the other areas that comes with it. But the planning aspect, you need to work on yourself. Your appearance, everything, the way you talk, the way you would create that rapport with your the clients or your customers, the way you would spend so much time with them, and then that's basically that's it. So it's different when it comes to the planning and then it comes to that aspect.
Okay. Now, events planning and styling is one industry that is highly saturated. There are lots of people that are into this business. What would you say makes you stand out?
When I think my flair, my charisma, my time, and my cordiality with my clients. I spend a lot of time with my clients, and I make my clients feel that, you know what, I'm a sister, I'm a big sister helping you through those planning moments. I go that extra mile, takes clients out, meets them up at a bride, trying their gowns, checking venues.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time with my clients. And then my pricing. Particular person, when you come to Annie the Planner, I don't say that, okay, let's say 1,000 Ghana cedis events or something that is very minimal. You go like, okay, Annie, I want you to plan with this amount. And I go like, no, I can work with it. Sometimes you need to adjust. Yeah. So basically, unless it's a very
low
realistic amounts compared to what you want me to do. So once you come to me, you should be able to get something unique. Once you come to me, you should be able to get something very outstanding, something simple and elegant. So my pricing, and then, as I said, my rapport with my clients and all that. So basically, that's really stand me out. Yeah.
Okay, let's take some messages. This one says, good morning. Please, I'm Gloria from Kotoku. Please, I want to join Madam Annie's school to learn more about the events planning. Please, can I get the location and contact? Should we put that, should we give that out pretty shortly? We also have, hi, I just want to say well done to Annie the Planner. Keep your good work and God will see you through. I'm proud of you, Annie, and Kuforidia Tech is proud of you. Oh, okay. Your year group 2004 is solely behind you. This is Fidelis, aka Spicy.
Okay.
You know?
Yes, the group, that's where I went secondary school.
No, I'm talking about the person.
Yes, I do.
You know, okay, right. So, if she handles, okay. Well, continue sending in your messages. This message came in. So this one is in relation to the WAEC and it just came in. Anyway, so Annie, now let's talk about the Ghanaian event industry. What do you make of it?
I see it's growing. It's growing. We coming up with a lot of extravagance. You know, it's as compared
it's becoming wild.
Exactly. When you see an event or when you see a decor or a design, you ask yourself, is this in Ghana? And even people living abroad go like, Ghanaians really do a lot of decor.
Yeah.
And it's becoming more creative.
Yeah.
It's that wow factor is there. We're doing a lot of things, events planners. We're always learning. We take everything to create something unique. So it's really growing very fast and it's very unique.
Do you
sense.
Is it easy for you to work hand in hand with other, event stylists and planners? Is it easy? Like working with other planners or other stylists?
Or the
no. Other stylists who are doing what you're doing.
to work together.
Yes, working
on a particular.
together.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It is. Sometimes
is.
you could get a very big contract, and then you would
You can't do it all by yourself.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you engage the services of other. I
Yeah.
get offers like that where I would basically be handling just the florals aspect of it, or the centerpieces. There are times I do only floral, and I do that. I just deliver. So when you get there, you assist, and it's good. We feel good working together to achieve the same motive, like something unique, and you realize you worked as a team. And sometimes we do master classes that we all come together, we learn, we share ideas, and then we teach each other. There's not much.
So if you want to get on board this business, you should be open for something like this.
Yes.
People would come to you. You can also go to
You should
others
be
who are also
a
in the
mentor
same
as
field.
well. Yes.
Okay.
You should be a mentor, especially those who come out of the industry or come out of the training newly, become very, very anxious for jobs, and they become very nervous. Especially my students, you could give them a job. Okay, you know, I got this job and I feel like you can do it yourself, and they are so tense. They don't know what to do. So sometimes you look at it, tell them, you know what, you need to relax. And then it comes with a lot of time, and then it's time consuming. So you could even plan an event. It could take you like 4 days on that, you sleepless nights and all that. So it comes with that time consuming factor. So basically, when you are into it, you need to work as a team.
As a team.
Yes.
Now, someone has sent a very interesting question. Is she married? Are you married?
I wouldn't answer that.
He says, gosh, the event planner's energy is fulfilling. I just want to be friends with her. Her energy is life. Hey, someone is admiring you massively, Annie. Okay. Anyway, so now let's talk about how you market yourself, how you put yourself out there. I know definitely you would mention social media.
Exactly.
And then one of the mediums that you would use on social media is maybe you would boost your posts on social media, correct? Like Instagram, for instance. Aside that, what other thing or means do you use in marketing yourself?
I create contents for myself. I create a lot of content that engage me to interact with my followers, engage me to interact with my potential clients. So every time you need to interact, every time people need to hear you put something very interesting, you put a motivational quotes or post. It is not only about your job, it's not only about your business or videos of what you're doing, but you put something more creative that would engage a lot of thinking, and then through the conversation or through the comments you get to interact, and you can chip in. Okay, that's why I said you need to engage the services of a planner. So every time you need to create something, you need to create something. Sometimes it could be something funny, it could be TikTok dance that you would engage in yourself, and people.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be the field that you are in.
No, it's you have to create something that would veer you into that. Okay. It would not.
You need to
the
engage
public. Yes, to the public. Think, okay, you're dancing, but out of it, you're communicating. So out of it, okay, I think when you want to do this, you have to join my school, and you want to. So it should be something with that motive, with that intention, that this is what you want to bring across, or this is what you want to channel to the public. So it's not something personal; it's business you're doing. So it should have a motive.
Okay, now let's come to the pricing of your packages or your charging. How do you do it?
Okay, so as I said earlier, your guest capacity, the style. Okay, so somebody comes to you with a budget of 5,000, and then you tell the person, okay, what do you seek to achieve? What is your inspiration? And then the person tells, okay, I need something simple. Something simple? Your simple will be my luxury. Okay. So it's best you work with pictures, videos. You tell the person, okay, I think this is not something simple you're talking about. This is something more than simple. So usually I break down my packages. I have a simple luxury. I have a simple but a standard decor. A standard decor means that you have everything in there. You have the underplate, you have the cutleries, but it is different because this underplate might be different from a different underplate. The underplate is that plate that you will lay on the table. So it would be like what I would give to somebody with is the same underplate, but what I will provide for somebody with a budget of 10,000 would be different for whatever. But it's the same underplate and provide. So that's what I call the simple standard, where you would get everything, but there will be differences in the style. This underplate will be glass, your underplate will be metallic or the plastic, but it's still underplate. And some people will go like, so far as it's an underplate, I'm good to go. So somebody's napkin will be different. This napkin will be polka dots. Your napkin will be just plain napkin. So these things doesn't mean, that's why every budget can plan a wedding. Every budget can do something. It depends on your style. It depends on your number of guests. So when somebody would have a number of guests 100, but will be spending more than somebody having a number of guests 200. Exactly. Because of the style, because of his or her taste of fashion, what she seeks to achieve. She wants a fairy tale. So you can't compare. You can't say, oh, because this person's number of guests is 100, the budget is 20,000, my number of guests 50, then they'll divide it. No, it doesn't work like that. I need to know what you want. I need to know the style you want. I need to know what you seek, your dream, your vision. Where is, some people or some clients will focus more on the couple area decor. So the couple area, okay, I just need the lighting and the florals and the hangings around the couple area, or I just need my guest seating to be so unique. Forget about my couple area. Yes, and then some people will prefer that I think I like or I love a lot of flowers. So I will do a decor with a lot of flowers flowing everywhere. And then you cannot expect to spend the same amount that somebody doing. It could be the same 100 guests, but because of the quantum of your flowers, your budget will go high. So these are the things that we consider when we are pricing. So that's why I break down my packages. I have the simple standard, and then I have the simple luxury. You come to the luxury, then we come to the glamorous, then we come to the fairy tale. So every budget, there is a place you need to fit in, and there is something unique about your decor. There will be something unique about it, regardless of the package you choose.
Right. Annie, this has been beautiful. This has been very insightful. But then briefly, before you go, very quickly, the people you work with, how do you manage them?
How do I manage them? The people I work with.
Not your clients, the ones who help you get everything together for events and all that. Yeah.
Okay, so we have two categories of them. We have the contracts and we have those that work with us every time, and then you pay them. These are the people that every time you need to entrust them with a job. But you know, people come to you, they walk to you, and all that they are seeking is just their pay or their salary. So they are not doing anything. So when job not coming, they are just seated. Madam, this weekend, do you have a job? No. So people prefer the contract workers, because once I have a job, I do my own posting, I do my own advertising, because once you want to work with me, for me to pay you monthly, it means you have to go out there and sell Annie the Planner brand. You don't have to sit down and wait for me to bring the jobs. So the times that we don't have a job, you need to work. And most of our jobs or most of our busy schedule starts from Thursday. So Mondays, we just go into our stuff, packing stuff. If you still have more time, go out there and sell the brand. You sell the brand, you have a commission too. That's of what you do. So aside that, on the D-Day, you have to also ensure they are sleeping place where they're going to sleep, they are eating, they are everything. All these things are things that we factor that people don't know. They think, okay, decor, okay, something small you are just putting here. It's not only about that. It comes with a lot of your team. You have to make sure they are mentally sound. You have to make sure they are doing the right thing. Sometimes you are not there and then they just put things together just anyhow. And then you come and then nobody knows that your team messed up. Every challenge or every mistake, it's veered to the planner. So the planner needs to also be very strict at times and very tough on the team. So for me, if you work once, twice, you make mistakes, I forgive you. You make mistakes, I forgive you. The next moment, I just cut you off because I feel like you're going to destroy my brand.
Right.
I feel that you're not going to help me. I'm going to lose a lot of things because you can't just put glasses there without cleaning it and you expect me to come and then be laughing. You don't expect me to.
You must be strict then.
Yes, you need to be strict because if you're not there, they'll just mess up.
Right.
Yes. So sometimes you need to be very strict. You need to be very stern on them. and then they do the right thing. If they're not ready to work, and before you start working with me, I'll tell you, this job is very demanding.
You let them
This
know.
job is very difficult. There are times we will not sleep. We had to get the job done by 7 a.m. before guests arrive. So you need to stay awake. The type you are coming in to sleep all the time. I'll tell
You can't get on this. Yeah.
Because you have to stay awake.
Right.
And if you are setting up for 500 guests and we start setting up from 7 p.m., by the next morning, 7 a.m., we should be done with everything. Right. Everything should be set. So there's no time for sleeping. The sleeping comes after we are done packing.
With everything.
And then the most tedious thing is setting up and then unpacking. The job, I always say, planners and stylists, our job doesn't end only the decor. Photographers come in, it's done, they go do
And they
it.
go, yeah.
But we had to still unpack everything. That's the difficult part. That's the craziest part. So myself, every time I'm there to make sure you unpack, unless I have other things or I have few clients to meet up, and then I'll leave. But even if you leave, if you don't take care, you come and about 100 glasses are broken. So you need to, because they're packing in a haste, they're tired. So you need to be there to check that they pack everything, to check that everything that was being placed at a particular, or was being taken from the crate has been placed back the same way. Arrange them, because there are items that you rented and then you need to pay for damages. So you have to be there as the planner, you have to be there as the stylist to ensure that you are packing the glasses well, you are packing the plates well, you are packing the flowers well, so that you don't lose.
Wow. Annie, thank you so much. For the sake of those that want to be part of the school, how can they get to you?
Okay, so you can get to me through my telephone lines. I have one active line for now. Sometimes I need to take some day off and rest. So that is you can put it 0241632217. So you can get to me and get every details. For now, we're doing a six weeks intensive class. We started earlier on for people, and it's just for a short while after. And we are not training you to go work for somebody. We are training you to establish yourself. So people call me and they go like, when I'm done, will I get a job? No, events planning is not about going to work for somebody. Working for yourself.
Start something yourself.
Yes, so we're training you to establish yourself, to make something, to brand yourself, to train you how to market yourself out there, whether you've done events before, you've not done events. And what I do for my students is that I give them some of my past jobs to market, to post, and yes, give that, this is something I can do. And then we help them for a while. When you get a job, I'll help you, I'll assist you for a while before I just let go of you.
Okay, Annie.
So
thank you so much. It's been wonderful having you here on Women in Business. And, you know, this field seems to be very, very intense. Yeah. But I'm sure you are getting the money regardless.
Of course, if you put things well, you get your profit.
Okay, good. Thank you once again. And all the best in everything that you're doing. And so viewers, my guest was Annie the Planner. She is an event stylist and planner. And we have been talking about event planning and styling right here in Ghana. And so thank you so much for sticking and staying with us right here on Women in Business. Let me just reiterate this, that Women in Business, we are open for sponsorship, okay? We are open for sponsorship. And so if you are happy about the fact that we keep on bringing women in here who are doing amazing in the world of business here in Ghana, and you would want to support the segment, please get in touch with us on our social media platforms. So you can even text us on our WhatsApp line as well. And then, you know, just be part of the Women in Business segment right here on Prime Morning. My name once again is Isiadua Akumia. Thank you so much. Coming up next is an awesome conversation with IB and KMJ. We are talking copyright issues when it comes to content creators using works of artists. All right, do stay tuned for more.